poppin', y'all? This is DJ with One Shot Game, man. You already know how the motto go. You get one shot at life, but a lifetime to learn all the game you need to help improve your life. The choice is yours on which route you choose to take. So, as I always say, you get two choices. The ability to settle in the life that has been faithfully designed for you, or the ability to pave the path towards your destiny. That choice is also up to you. So before I get into the title of my video, I want to say a big shout out to all my supporters. You guys are great. And even the ones behind the scenes, I see y'all too. So, hey, look, the title of this video is going to be, I'ma just say it, stop improving and acknowledging the toxic, but putting the kind, considerate people down. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we've been taught backwards. And I promise you, now we living in an era where sensitivity and using your senses is a very key component to have. You feel me? In this world, if you want to navigate it to where you don't live in a state of distress or depression or poverty. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to zone in on it, because if you don't, you just gonna focus on everything negative. And you get to a point where it's so negative, you don't even talk about it. You only wait until you can get around somebody where they have the same negative aspects or traits in their life as you, and then y'all start being negative together. You feel me? I do not predict negative circumstances because I do not glorify negative. I live in the positive. I live in what could happen if I drop the confines of being worried. You know what I'm saying? Or in toxic situations. Being around people that are toxic, that like to do toxic bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You keep having them around, it entertains your mental state to think and operate in that way. And I say that to say, listen, and it is just from experience. You know how, like, you'll be in a relationship, right? And you know that person toxic. You know they toxic, they know they toxic, right? You will stay with them for decades, years, months, and you'll talk about it to anybody that'll listen. You'll talk about how toxic they is and what you got to go through with anybody that'll listen. You know what I'm saying? But you will not tell that person about themselves, and you will not leave. But say someone comes along and they're nice to you. You know what I'm saying? They're always considerate of how you feel. They always helping out. You know what I'm saying? They're a good listener. They're respectful. They always are appreciative of you, but they never want nothing in return. You'll basically kick that person to the curb and treat them like shit, and acknowledge the person that is toxic to you. You got to understand how that influences your mind to trick it to love toxicness so bad that you can't see a person who's genuine without looking at them as if they want something. And I truly believe that's because that's the persona you put on. You act and pretend nice so that you can get people to listen to you and follow you. But it's really not you for real, because you really enjoy drama. You really enjoy being toxic. You really like that because you can't leave it. You feel me? You mess with it all the time. And listen, people are smart. They know how to get the people and pick the people out that have the same issues as them, so they can talk to them about their toxicness. And then they laugh about it and joke about it like it's funny. Nigga, that shit ain't funny. It's wearing you down. And you can't see it because you didn't put on a mask to make it seem as if it's comfortable. That's not comfortable. You like that? You like for a person to put you down? You like for a person to be toxic to you all the time, and you don't know how to pull away? But if a person is genuinely nice to you and considerate and open and honest, you rather be mean to them and put them down than push away from the person that's toxic. Listen, and it's just from experience. I had to pull away. I couldn't no longer fake myself out by thinking I was happy. I'm going to these functions, I'm going to these parties with this person, and I'm acting and pretending as if like I'm happy. But when I go home, I'm miserable as hell. You feel me? I didn't like it. I felt as if I got to a point where I can finally live life without someone that's toxic to me. Listen, I'm not against love. I'm not against relationships. I'm not against marriage. I believe it's a beautiful thing. But I believe that it has to be with someone that's not toxic, because when you're with someone that you know makes you feel less of a person, it's because you're addicted to the toxicness, not because it's something that'll last as love. Because at some point you're going to get to a point where it's not for you anymore, but it'll be too late, because that person will manipulate you and finessing you into thinking that this is what it is. That's not what it is. It's another way. And I found it, and I'm going that way, because it defies what you may see. But in the inside, you feel me? I'm so much in a better space than I've ever been in my life the moment I cut them cords. It's hard. It's not easy. I was addicted to trauma. I was addicted to people putting me down and making me feel small. I liked it. I thought that was love. You know what I'm saying? And you'll do something fun, and it'll erase your memory for 10 minutes, and you'll act like the situation never happened until something small happened again, blows that person up. They're tweaking, they're yelling at you, making you feel small. Then they come in once they realize what they did and finesse you to where you forgot what happened. Listen, those are invisible red flags, I call them, because they can become clear when you don't want to act like they're real. So they become an invisible red flag that never disappears. It's always there. It's just invisible when you're good, and then it's red when you're not. You feel me? It's tricky, but it's a very real thing. And I just noticed that a lot. Like say with some certain friends that you think is your friend. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I can't really not disacknowledge them or make them seem as if they're not my friend. But this is experience in my life. They take toxicness, you feel me, do whatever from whoever they with. But say you're their friend and you living life different, and it's working for you. Now they see you as competition. Why? Because you only were friends with them because of the benefit of the fact that you mirrored to them also what it was inside of you. But the moment you take that out and you find a different way, they start to become competition, because they're seeing that how you're living life works for you, and how they're living it don't work for them, but they're faking like it does. And they only are around people that fake like that toxicness works for them. You know what I'm saying? It is complex, because now they look at you like, you feel me, you the op. You a threat to them. Now they got to start competing. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it's not competition, because if you were doing those things from the start, you will be happy in your own life. I'm not competing with you, boo. I think very highly of you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not competing at all. What I'm doing for me is working, because maybe that's what we're supposed to be doing as women, is not taking the toxicness. And as men too, you shouldn't take a toxic female putting you down and making you feel less than at all. If she does that to you, you need to figure out how to leave. There's someone out there better for you. I don't make videos where it goes women against women or man against women, or, I don't do that. I think if you get down to the meat and potatoes, which is how I choose to live my life, is just me being me. And everybody could live it differently, but I don't take certain things that puts me in a space where I feel little. You're not going to make me feel little. The day I was born, I was equally as valuable as you. The only reason why you may think that about me is because your power is reigned over making people feel small, not truly owning who you are. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be honest and come to the table with understanding that you should never be around someone that feels it's a competition or feels as if they can put you down. You know what I'm saying? That ain't right. We are all meant to be equal. And if if somebody's doing something you don't like, don't hang around them. You don't got to be mean to them. You don't got to, you feel me, be ugly to them. Just don't, you feel me, be around. You feel me? Your soul will link up with people that are for you if they're meant for you. But again, we've been taught how to fake it for so long. I don't think people even know how to tell the difference. But let's not get too off topic. I just noticed it a lot. Like, some friends will stop being friends with their friends because they did something to them they don't like. But you will stay with that toxic nigga for years, and you won't never leave him. And he makes you feel low. I did one thing to you. You know what I'm saying? I decided to live my own life, and you wanted to stop being my friend. But you pregnant right now again by that nigga who got another family with somebody else. You don't think that's toxic? Why do you think that you deserve that? You know what I'm saying? Why? But you don't like me because I may like, you feel me, the same sex, or I may choose to, you feel me, live my life in a way where I'm not about money, I'm about emotional clarity. You know what I'm saying? That offends you so bad? Listen, I'm telling you right now, this world is chaotic. And it ain't even just for relationships, you know what I'm saying? Because I even been in a space where I glorified my relationship, again, because I was addicted to trauma. I didn't know no better. I would put off kicking it with my friends and family because I was so into this relationship. When you're with a healthy person, you should be able to kick it with anybody, and they don't feel no type of way. You feel me? It shouldn't be, oh, you can only kick it with these type of people and this type of people, and they over possessive. It's because something in them they don't feel comfortable with, and they know they could do it to you. And if I were you, I would get out, because listen, that over possessive toxicness, it's a healthy way you do it. Like for me personally, in this day and age, I'm just open about being open with my phone. You feel me? Just because I wouldn't want anybody to feel unsafe in a relationship with me. You know what I'm saying? So I require that from somebody. If you're someone that always feel as if you got to have your phone on locked, and then you feel me, you ain't for me. You're somebody out there for you, but it ain't me. Just because I grew up in the era where the phone, as a teenager, people having phone issues now. I had phone issues when I was 16. Phones thrown out the windows of cars. You feel me? Snatching my phone off the bed while I'm asleep. Like, listen, I'm telling you right now, I'm full on fights over my phone, over someone just liking my picture. You feel me? And I got a Facebook. Like, that's dangerous, and it's toxic. And I thought it was love, so I liked it. You feel me? And then you'll have like a friend to come in and be like, hey, you know that maybe, you feel me, them being over possessive like that, you feel me, it's not good. You feel me? And that person trying to give you some game and help you, you feel me, understand that you worth more. You better than that. But you can't see it because you're so addicted to the trauma. So it leads you to put on a different perspective and persona about them, as if they're the enemy, they're the op. Because that person may have you so brainwashed and mind controlled that you don't see that as being nice. You see that as a direct threat to what you got going on. That, I'm telling you, listen, it's how the mind works. It's strong. It's powerful. You feel me? Listen, just really think about it. Lost girls and boys out here in the streets, they get mind controlled by their oppressor to where they start to think they life they live in is normal. And they'll throw God into it and be religious. Listen, I'm telling you, that's why the life is so scary. It's so scary, boy. Listen, if I had an option on if I wanted to be here or not, I probably would have said no. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't have that option, and now I get why. You feel me? But it's scary. It's scary. You know, natural understanding of being able to be who you are comes natural. It's not forced on nobody. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have to make a person, you feel me, submit to you. I'm not making nobody submit to me. I should want to submit to someone naturally, and it means just being able to freely be myself. Meaning I don't feel as if you got a chain on my throat. You know what I'm saying? I have to operate a certain way. I have to be a certain way. You know? Just be free to be yourself. I'm naturally going to submit to you if you make me feel safe. And I'm going to do enough tests that I need to do for myself until I feel safe. It's not a crime. Doesn't hurt anybody. It's just not normal. You feel me? So again, just to anybody out there who is having issues with their relationships, their friendships, test them. You know what I'm saying? Because some people they like pain, you know, and they're addicted to it. And anybody that go up against that, you know what I'm saying, they tend to make them feel a certain type of way. I lost a lot of friendships along this journey I'm traveling because I became a better me. I was only beneficial to them when I was being what they wanted me to be, which means I took the pain. I took the manipulation. I took the finesse because I thought that's what it was for you to like me. And then when I put a stop on it, all of a sudden, oh, we can't be friends with you no more. We ain't your friend. And then it makes you wake up to who you truly are. And it's like, listen, you either own what I'm on or you not. If you not, stay over there. Don't come over here bothering me. Don't come over here messing with me because I'm not messing with you. You know what I'm saying? You just ain't on what I'm on. And own that. You feel me? And listen, people can learn. People can grow and people can learn. They just have to be willing to want to. And if they don't, then that's on them. You feel me? So again, I probably may... listen, when I go into my videos, it's just because I be coming from a space where I feel hurt sometimes. And I feel in pain. And me talking to these videos is just me expressing my pain in a way where it doesn't hurt me. It helps me grow. And again, I'm taking the times where I couldn't talk and I would talk in the bathroom to myself in the mirror, and I'm putting it onto a video so people can start to understand that, you know what I'm saying? Don't feel bad about being who you are. You know what I'm saying? Don't feel bad about when you lose people you may have really cared about, respected and honored and had good qualities and ambitions for, solely because they like pain. And they don't know how to grow, and they're always going to look at you as competition because low-key they like what you own, but they're so addicted to their lifestyle and how they've been living it that they could never be able to be a match for you currently, because it'll always be a competition solely because they just cannot pull away from the things that drag them down. It's just too hard for them. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want it, they can't admit it to themselves. They can't acknowledge that. They can't put it on the table. So it will always be their demons looking at you as competition. You know, it's sad. It's sad. But hopefully at some point the universe will help people wake up to the fact that we shouldn't have to take pain. We shouldn't have to take being put down. We shouldn't have to take feeling less than. We shouldn't have to take our emotional state not being valid to fit someone else's criteria. Because when you're equally healthy and balanced on both ends, it won't make you feel unsafe at all. You feel me? Both people will feel acknowledged. Both people will feel considered. And it'll work out, I promise you. But don't put me down if you ain't never walked in my shoes. You ain't never been through what I've been through. And if you do, it's because your empathy is off. You don't have empathy. You only operate off control. You feel me? And listen, that's the old world versus the new one. I don't operate like that. Don't control me. Don't make me feel like I got to do what you want me to do to feel valid. No. You know what I'm saying? So again, I guess I'm coming from a hard space, because sometimes, some days I'll be in my feelings and I'll be feeling some certain ways about some things and how they turned out. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be thinking to myself, like, if you only knew or considered how I felt about, you feel me, people, and you feel me, it be the people you love the most that go against everything you stand on first. That shit hurt. That shit don't feel good. You feel me? And so I get to voicing it out and talking on my videos. So just understand and realize that oftentimes when that relationship don't work, that friendship don't work, then family situationships don't work, it's because they're either healing without you, or they're so addicted to pain and trauma and the way they think about life that they will never be able to see it your way. And if you continue to hang on to them, you won't grow. And it'll stop you from your progress. And if you're dedicated on you and what you stand on, you'll go forward anyway. And whoever's meant to be there will. So listen, if you don't know what it is, I just told you. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.